Good morning friends, my name is Rahul and welcome to CODIFY. Today we will learn R data types. What are the different data types available in R? So I'm starting with R data types. So today's topic is basic R data types, how to check data types and how to convert from one data types to other. So at certain cases we have to convert from one data type to other data types. That those cases it would be very much useful. So data types, knowledge of data types is very important to understand the memory allocation. Different data types has different memory requirement. Based on data type of variables, operating system allocates a particular memory. In R, there is no requirement for data type declaration. In many languages like C, C++, and Java, you have to declare the value or declare the variable at first. So what is the data type of that variable? But in R, there is no such requirements. The variables first assigned to the R objects, and the data type of R objects become the variable data type. So the frequently used R objects, as R is a object-oriented programming. So in the frequently used R objects, there are several types of frequently used R objects are there. Under that, different atomic vectors also there. The different R objects are frequently used R objects are vectors, list, matrices, arrays, factors, data frames, any and null values that we'll talk about later. And first, under vector is the simplest object. There are 6 data types under this atomic vectors. One is numeric, second is integer, third is logical, fourth is complex, and character, and raw. So I'm starting with numeric. I'm first starting with assignment operator. It is very much necessary. In different languages, the assignment operators are different. For like Python, if you anyone has used this Python, then you will find that is equal to used as a assignment operator. But in R, the assignment operator is this sign, that is less than and hyphen. So if you want to assign a 5 value to X, then this is the assignment operator you have to write down. So here X is assigned a 5 value. X also can be assigned a character or string value like hello. So I'm starting with numeric. Numeric data are individual numbers such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 100, 1000, or floating point values like 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. It may be single precision or double precision. Examples like X is assigned a value 5 or numeric value 5, or Y is assigned a 5.5 value, that is a float. We are not limited to assign only single numeric values. For multiple numeric value assignment, we use basically vectors. So let me demonstrate. So this is the R console, where you can type the syntax or your codes and you can run. Here is a environment tab where you will find different data sets, previously used data sets or currently using data sets. And here is a history tab where you will find whatever the variable you have earlier used or what are the variable you have assigned. You can also take those as a variable for your future analysis or future coding or code structure. Here is another section where you will find files, all your files, plots, whatever the output plot generated from your codes or by running your codes, and packages, different packages. All packages are available here. You can search for different package and you can install, you can uninstall, you can just import any package using library command and make use of your these packages for your data analysis. There is a help tab where you can also find the help. Just search here your functions or different operators. You will get a full detailed help. Like if you want say any function, let's say I want to search what is the mean function do. Just search the mean. Here is the mean, arithmetic mean. You will get all kind of description like generic function or how to use this mean function, like usage mean. You have to type the values or variables. everything is there, and you will also get the examples how to calculate the mean. So I'm starting with numeric data types. So first let's go to the file, create a new R script. Go to the new file and R script. It is like a notepad where you will type your codes and you can save your codes, so that in future you can make use of it for further analysis or further editing. So I'm starting with the numeric data type. First let's assign a 5 to x. X is the variable here, and we are assigning using assignment operator, and we are assigning 5 here. So 5, you can either run it using control enter by selecting anywhere in the line. Like if you say control plus enter, it will run. It assigned x is assigned a value 5. So if you want to see the x, what is the x value, just type x and control enter. It will show the value 5. Here is one is the row number or the data sample number, where it exists. Like if you are having large number of data in a data frame, then it will show the numbers based on the availability of the row, at which row it belongs. So x here is a 5, so x here is 5. If you want to check the data type, then you can use the class function. So for function, how it works, function, first you have to specify the name, like class is a function. So if you click enter, so here you will get 2 parentheses closed. It is the function symbol for class function. So under that parenthesis, if you type the x, it will show whether it's a numeric, integer, whatever it is. Just press control enter, or you can directly select this one and click run. It will saying that it is a numeric data. So we have assigned a numeric value 5. The next data type is integer, in which the integer is a special type of number, a numeric data type, and it is a way to represent natural number. Integer assignment is done using first number, then followed by a capital L. Let me show you how to assign a integer value to variables. Go to the R console. Here we want to assign a integer value to y. Say the integer value is 2L. So here is the integer value is 2 followed by a capital L, and for assignment either we can run or we can directly press control enter. I am pressing control enter, so it is assigned directly to y, the 2 value, that is the integer value. If you want to check what is the y value, just type y and press control enter. It will show the value 2. If you want to check what is the data type, just use the class function, and under the function type y and control enter. It is showing the integer, so that means it is a integer value that is assigned to y. So the next data type is logical. Logical means mainly the boolean values like true or false. It is used for check purpose, whether a particular value is true or whether a particular case is false. Like different operator descriptions are there, like equal to, first is less than, then less than equal to, then greater than equal to, then equal to, that is for equality check, then not equal to, not x, or there is a or operator x or y, there is an and operator x and y, and is true for checking whether x is true. So let me show you. First go to the RStudio, and then if you want to check using different logical operators, say if I want to assign x a value, say 6, so assign x value 6, control enter press, it has assigned x a value 6, value of 6. So if I want to check whether this x value is less than 10 or greater than 10, so say x, I want to check x greater than 10, just control enter, it's showing false. That means it's false, x is less than 10. So let's check x is less than 10. It's showing true. That means x is less than 10. X is 6, basically it's less than 10. So it is giving it is actually giving the value of false or true in logical values, true or false. So the next operator, if we go to complex numbers, R also gives some power to work with different complex number. You can also work with a complex number in R. Like if you want to assign a complex number and check whether it is a complex number or not, say I'm assigning x minus 13 plus 0i. So I have assigned x this complex value. If you want to check that class of x, it is showing now complex. That means it is a complex number. So you can also work with different complex numbers. So the next data type is character. That means several programming language having different name of this character, like string. In some programming language it is called string. In R it is called character. It can be assigned with a single quote or a double quote. So I'm assigning x with a single quote. Let's say single quote. So go to the console, type x and assign it a string with single quote, say hello. I have assigned x a value with string value hello. So if you want to check, just press x, control enter, so it's showing hello. And whether if you want to check what is the data type, then again you can go for class function and type x. It shows character. That means its data type is now character. You can also see in history it's automatically get updated to whatever the assignment you have done earlier. So go to here is another the next data type is vector. Vector is very much essential in R, because in every step we have to use such a vectors. Vector is a one-dimensional arrays that can hold numeric, logical or character data. In vector, all element is a vector of a vector must have same data type, which can be either integer, either numeric or character, logical, complex. Whatever the data you have, it should be a same data type in vector. Vector is assigned using C and this parenthesis. The C stands for concatenate, and x in this example, x is assigned with a vector of numeric data. It is called numeric vector. And in the second case we have assigned a character vector or string vector. So let's assign a character vector x. I'm assigning a character vector. So here with double quotes, say first is hello, and you have to separate it with comma for next one. Second is say boy. Say another vector, another assignment of character string or a character string is say fan. Let's assign. Press Ctrl Enter. It will assign, and let's check x. It's showing hello, boy, fan. The three data or three characters. So if you check what is the class of x, it will show a character. Right? Let's check class function of x. It's a character because we are using character vector. Next is list. List is a container of values of different modes or types. You can add different types of modes. Like here in example, x is assigned a list with a number and a string or character. So for creating a list, first we have to go to RStudio, then say we are assigning list to x. So I'm assigning with the assignment operator. We have to use the list function. Here is the list function. Under that we have to define the number and the string. Say n is assigned a numbers or numeric 7, and h is assigned a character, say hello. So press Ctrl Enter, it assigned. If you want to check x, you can check 7 and hello. If you want to check the class or what is the type, just go to the class function and type x under the function and Control Enter. If you press the Control Enter, it will show you list. So here the class is list or mode. So if you want to access the inside index or values, like say if we want to check whether what is the h, for that just type the variable name x, press it and give a $sign. After that either you can choose n or h. Type h, Control Enter, it shows hello. That means h value is under this list, x is hello, it is a string. Next is matrix. Matrix is a rectangular 2D structure that can hold all types of data. Matrix can be made using a matrix function, or we can also use the rbind function or cbind function. Rbind for row wise binding and cbind for column wise binding. Like here in example, the m matrix or m variable assigned a matrix using rbind, where the rows are 3 and 42 with a vector, c concatenate list, and c here another a concatenate list or vector 22 21. So here it is row wise 3 42 22 21. So let's check how to create a matrix. First, say we want to assign a matrix to a variable m. So here is the assignment operator. After that, just use the row bind function, and in row bind function just place the row values under vectors, say 3 5 and comma separated. Another row is vector c 4 6. So press enter, it will assign m. Then if you want to see the m, just type m and Control Enter. It's showing 3 5 4 6 row wise. We can also make a vector n, that is column wise, say cbind. Here is the function name is cbind. So here we are also creating a vector 3 5, another vector is 4 8. So just assign it to n. If you want to check n, then you can check here 3 5 and 4 8 is column wise. And if you want to check the class or mode, just check any of them, m or n. Say I want to check n. So it is a matrix. The next is array function. In array function, actually in matrices we are confined to 2 dimensions, but in array you can make any dimensions, any number of dimensions. For creating array we use this array function. Like here we have made a variable array1 in which we want to assign this array. So we are using this array function. Under that we have provided one vector with 2 strings, and we have used the dimension. Here is a vector in dimension 2 by 2 matrix, 2 rows and 2 columns we want, and 2 dimensions. Here it is the dimensions. So when you press the array1 press Control Enter, so it gives the output in 1 and 2 dimensions. This hello boy, hello boy, hello boy, hello boy. Okay, so go to R. Let's create a array A. Say the name of the array is A. So we are using array function. Under that array function, we are first creating a vector, say 2 strings. First is hello, and second is say boy, and next separate it with a comma, and after that give the dimension dim equal to, and give the dimension. Say I want to create a 2 by 2 matrix with 2 dimensions. So just press enter, type A, and again Control Enter. So it is giving dimensions, 2 dimension. One is 1 dimension here, 2 dimension is here, and here is the array. If you want a 3 dimension, just place here 3 and control enter. It will assign a 3-dimensional array, and when you run this a, that will gives you 3 dimensions. So first dimension is here, second dimension is here, third dimension is here. Let's check the mode. For checking the mode or type, so use the class function. Just type class, and under that give the array name a and press control enter. It shows array. So next is factors. Factor used to store categorical data or variables. To convert a vector into a factor, we use factor function. Say first we are creating a vector. Vector name is gender. Under that, the following male or females genders are there. Say 4 genders are there. First is male, second is female, again third is male, and fourth is female. Just assign this, press control enter, and after that factorize it. Factorize this vector. So give the name. Say I am giving the name factor underscore gender, the new variable name, and after that I am assigning and converting it into a factor. So factor function, under that put the gender vector and press control enter. So it is now factorized. If you want to check whether it is factor or not, just use the class function and type the name of factor underscore gender. So it is a factor. So in making factor, we can also assign the levels. Say if we don't want male for M or female for F, we want just M for male full name and F for female, then we can also assign the labels. For assigning the labels, just use the labels functions. So under that put the factor underscore gender that earlier we have created here, and just assign a vector with new labels. So the new labels are female and male. Okay, so press control enter. So now if you check the factor underscore gender, it will show you male female male female. So now it converted as per level. Earlier it is MF MF. Now we have changed the label to female and male. F for female and M for male. So here is another thing. We have assigned the female first and male second, but in vector male is first, female is second, male is first, female is second. So it is based on the order of the characters. If you want to check whether it's right or wrong, you go to the help section and type factor, and in factor section you will find the labels in second. What is label? It is a argument, and argument label is an optional vector of the values as character string that X here might have taken. The default is the unique set of values taken by as dot character. It's taken as character and sorted into increasing order of X. So increasing order. Note that this can be specified as smaller than short. We can sort. I will talk about later the sort function. But here the character, whatever the character we have given here, or the string we have given, it should be in increasing order. That means from A towards the Z. So first we have started with F, and then I have proceeded to M. So M is after F. So likewise we have to arrange first female and then male. So it is automatically get assigned and provide the male female male female. So the next type is data frame. it is one of the interesting type in which a data frame is used for storing data of various types or modes. It consists of a list of vectors having equal length. So if you have used Excel, then you will find that in Excel we have rows and columns like a matrix, and in between we have values. So in data frame, likewise, a Excel sheet, you can imagine it's like Excel sheet in which first we have assigned different vectors. Like for here in example, number 1 is assigned a number vector, string 1 is assigned a string vector, and logical 1 is assigned a logical vector. After that, we have to use the data.frame function for assigning the data frame to df, and then we have printed the df or the data frame. So go to R Studio. Here in R, first assign the number vector in capital N. So I am assigning a number vector 1, 2, 3, and press Ctrl Enter, it get assigned. So next, create the string vector or character vector. Say I'm giving the C for character vector, and I'm assigning 3 character strings, strings. First is hello, second is boy, and third is say road. So just capitalize, make it lowercase, boy and road. So just assign this one, press Ctrl Enter. And third, we are creating a logical, so L, logical vector, and I'm assigning, first is true, it should be in capital, second is false, and third is again true. Just press Ctrl Enter, it will get assigned. After that, create the data frame. Say we are assigning to df this data frame. So data dot frame, and under that give this all vector as an argument, n, c, l. Control Enter, it get assigned into the data frame. If you want to check whether it is a data frame or not, just use the class function df, Control Enter, it is a data frame. You can also check the data frame, type df and press Control Enter. So it is showing data frame. In first row it is a number, it's automatically given by R, and here is the N, 1, 2, 3, C, hello boy, road, and L, true, false, true. So next is a special data types like NA. NA represents missing value or not available. So for missing values, we give NA, and null means not exist. It not exist in the data set or nowhere it is exist. That means. So go to R. If you want to check what is the data type, you can go for class, and for first check NA, it show a logical, and for null it will show null. Thanks for watching everyone, and in next video I will introduce how to check the different data types logically, and how to convert it from one data type to another data type. So thank you, and if you find these videos are useful for you, then just like and subscribe to my channel CODIFY. Thank you.